How many times have you wondered, what if I bought Bitcoin when it was 9 cents? What if I invested when it was $1? If I had even invested when it was a couple of hundred, I would still be a millionaire. These are all legitimate questions. If you had invested $100 back when the coin was under $1, all your money problems would have been solved forever. I heard about Bitcoin back in the autumn of 2010. There were many times when I wondered, what if I took action then? In reality, back then I didn't have $100 to spend, and much less knowledge of how to get my hands on some crypto coins. My intuition told me that I would hear again someday about this strange coin. But the fact is that I could not do much more with the information back then. While thinking of the past, it dawned on me that maybe it was a good thing that I didn't buy Bitcoin then. And I want to share with you the 3 main reasons that came to mind. Here are the 3 reasons you should be glad, or at least not regret ignoring Bitcoin back in 2010. Reason 1, regrets are counterproductive. In general, it is better to stir away from regrets. The main reason is that you cannot change the past. No matter how hard you try or blame yourself, regret usually stops you from taking action, seriously damaging your general well-being. In regards to Bitcoin, it can stop you from further investing and from your continual learning. You can miss further great opportunities just because you dwell on regrets. It was also the case with counterproductive thoughts of regretting not purchasing Ethereum in 2015, Shiba Inu in 2021, or Dogecoin back in 2020. Key takeaway: these negative thoughts, such as regrets, will block your actions and do you more harm than good. Reason 2, holding on to cryptocurrencies in the market's early days proved to be hard. The first problem that Bitcoin holders encounter is the loss of their wallet, ledger, or key to their digital wallet. This ledger is a physical storage of your assets, the size of a memory stick, where you can store your currencies. The primary benefit of such a ledger is that you are protected from hacks and attacks on your wallet. If you keep your wallet online, you are at risk of being hacked. After all, the internet is a vast place with all sorts of people, and you don't know who or what will stumble upon your wallet if you keep it online. According to Chainalysis, in 2022 alone, hackers and attacks stole $3.4 billion in assets. Chainalysis also conducted a study in 2020 and reported that almost 3.7 million bitcoins are lost forever. While storing the tokens on physical drives such as ledgers protects you from hacks, it doesn't prevent losing said drive. Many early storage devices were lost over the years, and those numbers amount to the 3.7 million coins lost along the way that can never be recuperated. On the other hand, even if you have a digital wallet and need to remember the key, it is almost impossible to regain the lost money, which will remain trapped forever in the online wallet. So think about it. Bitcoin became popular after 2013. If you purchased in 2010, there is a good chance that in the first 3 or 4 years, when everybody thought the coin wasn't such a big deal, you have lost or forgotten the whereabouts of your device, where you would have stored your Bitcoin. It is a widespread possibility, as you would only pay a little attention to something regarded as worthless back then. Another way to store your assets is to keep them and trade them within a currency exchange. As history shows us, you would have traded Bitcoin at significant risk in the early stages. As many hacks happened, you even risked losing it all. People realized overnight that all their assets were gone. An excellent example of an exchange going bankrupt after a hack is the case of Mt. Gox, an exchange platform based in Tokyo. Mt. Gox filed for bankruptcy because over 800,000 bitcoins were stolen, most of which were owned by customers. The shocking part of this hack was that, according to hedgewithcrypto.com, Mt. Gox was handling 70% of the volume trading worldwide. That's not to say that hacks don't happen anymore. They are pretty standard, but now more exchange alternatives and security measures are in place. Reason 3, you would have spent it by now. In a way, this is the only reason you should be glad. You didn't own Bitcoin right from the beginning. Imagine this. You bought 1,000 coins just for fun for almost nothing, and you've considered them pretty useless. You had no idea how the market would develop. You didn't even have any idea about anything crypto-related, because it was at such an early stage. If you are an average person, chances are you wouldn't know what would unfold over the following years. Suddenly, you see your $5 worth of internet money just reach $1,000. Tell me honestly, would you have waited for the price to rise to 100,000? Or would have you said, "Oh great, I got a free grand," and cashed out? I think 99% would have chosen the latter. Chances are that you would have sold the Bitcoin anywhere between 2010 and 2014, long before it reached tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine you did this back in 2011 or maybe 2012. When you think of yourself until 2021, or even today, when you knew you had 10, 100, or perhaps 1,000 Bitcoins and sold them for a couple of bucks, How would you feel? Believe it or not, this happened. In May 2010, an individual ordered and paid 10,000 bitcoins for 2 pizzas delivered to his house. The pizza was worth $25. And I think that in the mind of Laszlo Hanyecz was a pretty good deal. To exchange worthless internet money for a meal. The problem, though, is that those 2 pizzas would have been valued at over $600 million in 2021, and about $400 million as we speak. Think about what happened in Laszlo's heart in 2021, and be glad you didn't purchase Bitcoin when it was worthless.